Don't stop.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me on the Everything and Anything and the Bit Gay podcast. I am starting a new bit on my show. I am going to have an episode maybe once a week. We'll see how it goes. The name of my show, as you know, is Everything and Anything and a Bit Gay. Some of my episodes are really gay, and some of them are a bit gay, and some of them are not gay at all. So I wanted to kind of bring in some thoughts that I had as a gay man and talk about them. And my first subject I'm going to talk about is the straight man that is comfortable and confident with himself, or he could be a straight man that is not confident in himself. And I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. First, as soon as I walk into a room, in like 30 seconds, if I look around, I can tell who is comfortable with himself and who is not. I don't even need to have a full conversation with them. I can just tell by their body language or the jokes that I can hear them making or the jokes they don't make or how guarded they are. I know about this. As a gay man, I've always kind of had this internal radar when it comes to straight men. And there are two types of straight men, I think. There is a guy that is completely fine with a gay man or a gay person or maybe a transgender person. And there's always that guy who needs you to know that he is straight. I will give you an example without saying names, but I worked with somebody at my previous job, and he was nice to me and professional, never made me feel uncomfortable, but he definitely felt uncomfortable whenever we were talking about things that were about my life. He'd say, "Oh, well, how was your weekend? What did you do?" And as soon as I said my husband, he like deer in headlights. Oh, husband, oh yeah, he's gay. Like it was scary to him. It's like not natural. But he always wanted to talk about his wife, his kids. He wanted to make sure that I knew his energy was straight male energy. And they do think they are the most confident people, these type of men. And it's usually the ones that are the least confident. They're putting on a performance to show how many times they can say dude or bro or yeah. I'm sure you know what type of guy I'm talking about. So I like a guy that's straight that doesn't change the way he acts when he's around me. He doesn't make things awkward. He avoids the bruh, what's going on, bro? Like he avoids that. He just is there. He's easy to talk to. It's normal. He treats me like a human, like I'm just another person. And it's not like he's having to prove to me that he's not gay or he's never had a gay thought or whatever the case is. But this person that I was just talking about that I used to work with was always putting on a show. And the thing is, it wasn't just me that noticed it. It was so many people on my team would come to me saying, "Don't you think that he was acting so strange? He was trying to be the stereotypical masculine guy. And he was such a little pipsqueak. He was like, he probably had Napoleon syndrome because he was short, he's tiny, and super religious guy too. Didn't throw the religion in my face, but that's the type of person he was." And again, he was always nice to me. There was nothing ever that he did wrong, but he was just that type of person. And I always wondered, like, what type of person are you in your real life? Because I never seen who he really was. He would never kind of make eye contact fully. His jokes were always kind of a distant joke if he was saying. He was always kind of more on the serious side. And the industry that I worked in, whenever you see people at a conference or something, you go up and you kind of give them a hug, like guys or girls, it doesn't matter. Like you give a hug, he would always kind of give that side weird hug or just want to shake hands, which is fine. But it was weird. It was like, I felt like he was dwelling on what he was going to do when he's seen me. And he was thinking, how am I going to approach Zach whenever I see him? Like, if I give a hug, does that make me gay? And those type of things I just think it's so obvious when somebody is trying so hard to show that they're straight. And those people are so insecure in their life. They're not secure at all. You can just see their personality, how bad they are. And there's one thing that no one really ever says out loud. If someone else's identity makes you uncomfortable, that's not about you. That's how I feel about it. So if you are a gay person and somebody is uncomfortable, don't think it's your fault. It's about them. And if you think about that, about what they were taught about masculinity and how they were raised in the society they were raised in, if they were raised in this religious, that all kind of built up who they are today. They feel threatened around gay people. You know, I met this person's wife and she really liked me and stuff. And I don't know if he was threatened by that. He's like, oh, maybe she'll turn me straight and I would end up taking her away. Who knows what he was? But um, those people definitely are separating themselves in their insecurity whenever they're in a group setting. When there's a gay person there, when there's a lesbian there, when there's a bisexual person there, somebody that's in the LGBTQ plus community, they feel threatened for some reason by that. So I don't know why he would be so worried that I would ever mistake him for being gay. I don't know why he would be worried about me, or any straight man would be worried about a gay man standing next to you. Um, it we're not interested in you. And this guy in particular, I definitely am not interested in. Do I see straight guys that I think are hot? Yes. Would I ever think that I could convert them? Fuck no. And why would I want to convert them? I mean, no, that's just not it. And we'll be right back. Okay, now back to the show. I've seen this so many times in the business world, often where these guys have their super masculinity comes out whenever they're in the room with a gay guy, or there's a gay subject that gets brought up and stuff, and they got to be super strong and dominant, and make sure that that they're heterosexual, and it's really crazy to me. But I think a person that shows real masculinity and real strength is a person that is grounded and knows who they are. And they do not feel any threat when they're around somebody that's different than them. Because when a straight man treats you like just another person, it feels differently. It shouldn't, but it does. And I notice it. There's a level and a respect of that. It's a kind of like a level of like ease. Like, your nervous system can relax whenever you're hanging out with this type of a straight man. You're not scanning the conversation. You're not adjusting your tone. You're not calculating kind of every word that you say. You're just there having a conversation. You feel like you have equality and that you're equal to them. And there's no tension. There's no differences. It's just a normal thing. And God, we need more of that. We really, really need more of that. And it's happening less and less. I think straight men are becoming more as allies, and they're supporting, and we're kind of thinking about, oh, Zach's gay, or this person's gay, or this person's a lesbian. I think that's going away. I don't think we need to applaud those people that treat us normal, but I do want to say that I do recognize it and I do respect it. I've learned a lot from these guys that are not confident in themselves, because confidence is so contagious. And when you're around somebody that's secure, it makes me feel more secure. It creates this awesome space. And that's really powerful. And the other side of the energy, when it's opposite, when the person is not actually confident in themselves, that insecurity has reactions through the whole conversation. There's weird comments, there's weird reactions. Because for a very long time, I kind of thought I was internalizing a lot of this stuff. I thought, am I making these people feel uncomfortable? What can I do to make them feel comfortable? And really, it's not my job to make somebody feel comfortable, or to feel like because I'm gay, they have to put on this show or show me how straight they are, or talk about their masculinity. It's all on them. And I don't do that anymore. And I have to say this, like, sometimes with this person I was talking about before that I used to work with, I would bring up stuff about my husband or about my gay life just to see him squirm a little bit, just because I started to enjoy it, because I'm like, he's got to get past this. And he never did. And that's okay, because I don't have to work with him anymore. And that's fine. But I think being your authentic self it's more healthy, it's more real, because at the end of the day, confidence isn't about how loudly you speak or the words that you say, but it's about who you declare who you are and about how calmly you can exist in that. Don't go into a conversation having fear. Don't walk into a room feeling insecure. Don't think that you need validation. Just be yourself. You can be the most confident person in the room, whether you're gay or straight. And if this person needs to prove to you and everybody else how straight he is, great, let him do that. Let him be the one that feels insecure. Those are the men that we should be looking at when we talk about masculinity. The men that are confident speaking to gay people or LGBTQ plus people, the ones that can say, yeah, that guy's a good looking guy. He's cute. Not the loudest voices in the room, not the ones that are aggressive, but the ones that are grounded, the ones that are unbothered by the LGBTQ plus community, because I think that's where the real confidence is. A person that can say, oh, your husband is so cute, like he's a good looking guy. Doesn't mean they're gay. It just means that he has eyes and he can say, yeah, I'm not gay. I have no interest in being gay. I have no interest in doing anything sexually with a guy. But if I see a guy that I think is a good looking guy, as a straight man, I could say that. And it's the same thing for me as a gay man. I see women and I'm like, oh, God, she's beautiful. Like, I'm gay. Not that I want to sleep with her, but I can recognize somebody that's beautiful, whether they're a man, whether they're a woman. And, it's just a normal part of being a human. I do think, this is a quote from Honey Boo Boo, everybody's a little bit gay. I do think everybody has a little bit of gay in them, meaning maybe you'll never act on it. You probably thought about it. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you thought about what it'd be if you're a woman, what it would be like to be with a girl, or if you're a guy, what it would be like to be with a guy. And of course, it's crossed everybody's mind. For me, even as a gay man, I mean, I've been with women before. And, even within the last 5 or so years, I'm like, oh, what would it have been like to be with a woman now? What would it have been like if I would have been bisexual, if I would have been straight? Those things go through your mind. But my point is that acceptance is just, you got to accept yourself. Don't make it a big dramatic thing. Be natural. And if you run into these type of straight men that feel uncomfortable, again, that's on them. They probably have something they are hiding possibly, or just how they were raised, or they just feel uncomfortable. And it's okay. Let them be uncomfortable. As long as you're confident with yourself, I think that's all that matters. So, well, this was my first gay bit episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have more topics like this in the coming weeks. I have so many ideas of things that I want to cover that's a bit gay. And I will be back with a new episode for you tomorrow. So thanks so much for joining.